I got my partner here, Jimmy Jefferson, and returning from his vacation in Neverland. I forgot where it was. I really don't care. Rodney Q Love.
Hey.
All right.
Turn it from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, okay. You had fun, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
I hate you, man. None personal. I hope to go on a trip.
I hope the run was good.
Very, very, very good.
Okay, that's all that matters.
It was high as hell.
But that's another story.
All right, so listen here. Last week we had a very good time, myself and Jimmy, talking about mental health and the stigma that comes with it. And you know what? I'm not going to dwell on it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good let me try that again. I hope you got some good information about that. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us at puffanddrinks@gmail.com. puffanddrinks@gmail.com. We're going to open up the phone lines about 6:15, 6:20. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 313-355-6018. Once again, I'm Dennis Cotton, Jimmy Jefferson, and Rodney Q Love. And Rodney is going to take it away because we got a real...
It's hot. It's hot, y'all. It's hot, y'all. That's all we can tell you. It's hot.
We got a topic for...
We're coming up out of our usual mode. We're going to do a little something different for y'all tonight.
So please have your children leave the room right now.
Yep. There you go.
Rodney, take it away.
It's an adult conversation.
Well, we're going to touch upon two very interesting points. The very first one is an age-old question that's been bouncing around, and it pertains to the ladies. Where does size really matter? We want to get an honest opinion on what matters to you, ladies. Is it the girth, the length? You know, hey, we grown folks here.
We're adults. Y'all can call in when we open up the calls. Y'all call in and let us know.
Exactly. And the second one is a topic that's been getting a lot of attention, and that is pertaining to the cheesecake incident, and or the Cheesecake Factory incident, so to speak. And we just want to, poke you in the side to say, well, what's wrong with a first date being at a Cheesecake Factory or something of that stigma, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So, we want you to call in. We want you to give us an honest opinion. But, let's jump it off first. Does size matter? What you think?
Wow, man. Well, I'm
scared.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta toast ourselves in.
All right. Before we get started, cheers, brothers. All right.
I tell you what. I'll start. First of all, I want you to really hear what I'm about to say. We are not gay.
No,
we're not. We're
Once
not gay.
again,
Okay.
we are not gay. Why do we choose this topic? Well, I really don't know.
we just coming out the box today.
But, let's roll with it. So I'm going to wear two hats, the hat of a traditional man, the hat of a traditional woman. So if I were a woman, which I'm not, I'm thinking, all right, well, yeah, I want my man to satisfy me.
There you go.
Not blow me out. Okay? So I'm thinking he's going to have to come with something.
You got to be packing.
He's got to be packing. But there's this comedian. His name is Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Yeah. This guy is
fluffy.
Fluffy.
Damn. Fluffy.
So he did this skit one time. I'm just gonna give you the short version. And he was talking about an actor. His name was Big Dick Ritchie, if I remember correctly. I think that's the name. And he was a performer behind a screen. And he's doing this dancing thing. Okay, and then all of a sudden he whips off his G-string behind the screen. So you're not seeing him, but you're seeing an image of him. Okay. So he takes off. He's dancing, and all of a sudden he takes off his G-string.
Oh boy.
And his package is hanging. So Fluffy goes on to say that the illusion was Big Dick Ritchie was. When in actuality, most of us men, according to Fluffy, was ding. And then he says, don't laugh because most of us are like that. So, so bottom line is, ladies, do you want it? What makes you comfortable?
Yeah.
What satisfies?
That is a good question. That is a good question.
You want
What
your
makes you
man to get the job done,
Right.
without
Right.
putting you in a wheelchair.
And that brings up something additional too, because again, we're mature men.
Yeah, last time I checked.
And time span. I mean, some of us might be speedy. Some of us might not be speedy. Yeah.
I was on that one right there. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, the women folks say that's the Minute Man.
Yeah.
That's the Minute Man. You know, and I'm not talking about the American Patriot Minute Man.
The lack of action, man.
Exactly. He come to the party, but he damn sure ain't gonna finish. So,
Yeah.
or better yet, he always finishes first.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And speaking of comedians, Dave Chappelle had a thing where he always talks about how women do not like a man to be fast, and then pre-ejaculate, whatever, that kind of thing. But he says, well, maybe she should pace herself. So I mean, and then being Dave Chappelle, his whole thing was, I got mine, did you get yours? That kind of thing. So, but and to your point, Rodney, and everything else, as far as the size,
right,
and the width and all that other good stuff, I mean, that is the age-old question and everything else, and we've heard it, 1,001 different times, whether the movie is, pornographic or not, it's there's always, but you always get someone making, snide remarks, even the primetime show, Married with Children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That was the best show.
Oh, my God.
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy.
Our American hero.
Oh, my God. Al Bundy. Every man enjoyed Al Bundy because Al Bundy said what we all thought, but we damn sure didn't act upon it. Oh. So, but his wife would always take shots at his junk. Every day.
Oh my God.
Even though she wanted it
all the time.
Yeah.
But she would take shots at his junk all the time. And I always, okay, if we're looking at the other side of that, then you're going to always say, is the woman emasculating him and everything else? But at the same time, she was cutting him down, but she always, just like you said, she was looking for it.
Yeah.
She was looking for it. I mean, hey, come on, and for him, it was a chore.
Except for when he was barbecuing.
When he was barbecuing, yeah.
And she's laying out, I need water.
I don't understand that. That whole thing was messed up. The more he barbecued, the more he wanted her. Hey, ladies, we know that y'all have thoughts of what
we want to hear. We
want to hear it. We want to hear the stories and everything else, and or lack thereof of the stories.
You don't have to give us your real name.
No.
Okay.
No, you can even give us your stage name.
All right. So now let me put on the man's. The man cap.
All right.
You know what? I would imagine now me myself, I'm going to be transparent. Now I've never had any problems that I can remember. I've always felt that I've done a good job, a sufficient job.
Has some returning customers.
Yeah. Now, do I have one of those? Well. No. But once again, I believe, as my years of being a man, I've developed certain talents and certain skills. So I bring a lot to the table. But once again, am I slinging like that. So, but once again, I guess where I'm going with is, as a man, I'm being serious now. I would imagine that you meet a woman and things are going well, and you are thinking about maybe moving into the next level, and I would imagine she might be thinking about moving into the next level if you're vibing, and then you have to wonder. Man, do I have enough? And if you say, "Oh hell no, I've never thought about that," you're lying. You lying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
yeah, I mean, every man would like to think he got a hog leg.
Yeah,
or a baby arm. Baby arm with a fist.
He came to the party, but he didn't finish it out.
So let's tie the two ends together. So I would imagine men, our concerns are, okay, do we have enough?
Right.
The concerns of women is how much is too much.
Right.
So
and let's be realistic. They ask the question, how much is enough?
Yeah.
I mean, the too much. I don't know if that's the issue. I think the question they probably ask, is it enough? Because we done heard the stories. If we're men, we done heard the stories and everything else.
I heard one that was hilarious.
And we done heard where the cat was. He was all that on campus and everything else. He was a cat that he had ladies lined up, and then the moment that he got that one shot, well, yeah. We heard all the horror stories about that cat. So I mean, it just depends. I mean, if we're looking outside the circle and everything else, I mean, literally looking outside the circle, but I'm just saying, it just depends,
So, ladies, we really want you to...
Oh, well, we want y'all to get into this conversation.
Yeah,
we want y'all to get into this conversation and everything else.
313-355-6018. And once again, you don't have to give us your real name. In fact, we don't want you to give
if you feel the need to disguise your voice, we understand.
Yeah. But we would really, really, really love to hear.
And we ask that you don't take and, destroy somebody's and don't get their name, please. Don't do don't do that. We ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings.
And if you like, say how you really like it.
Yes.
From the front,
be
to
honest.
the back, up, down.
Be honest.
Swinging from the chandelier.
Yep.
Hey.
I mean, just be honest.
Yeah.
Pulling the braid, yeah.
If you like your hair pulled, have good weave glue, you know what I
mean? A little tap on the fanny. All right, time is 6:13. We're going to go ahead and do our first station ID. You are watching Puffin Drinks at Wjzz Cool TV. We're coming to you live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. We want you to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I'm speeding, so I believe we have a caller.
We have a caller?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Oh, my gosh.
Gentlemen, you are too funny, and I love you.
All right. We appreciate you.
I'm going to address the question.
All right.
First of all, I don't believe it's about size. It's how you use the tool you're given.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I mean, because different females are built differently.
Okay.
They want and need different things, and it just depends on how you use it. If you got a little bit too much, you need to ease up a little bit. If you ain't got enough, you need to, put
get creative.
Put on the gas pedal.
Put on the gas pedal.
Yeah, I mean, and then also it takes two.
Right.
I agree.
Just like your vehicle. Only because I'm looking out the window at the vehicles, but there are a lot of working parts to the machine.
Yeah, okay.
All right. We appreciate you.
So that's how I look at that. So as we grow older, we know how to use our different parts differently. So
Yes, we do.
Yes.
All right.
And even when you're younger, it's just the same thing. You know, you got to know what you're working with. So, and also catching the second question, the cheesecake thing.
Oh, not yet. We gonna get into
Not
that.
yet?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
that mean I got to call back.
You can, yes,
Feel free
please
to call
call
back.
back. Please call back because definitely.
all right.
Oh, we gonna get into
All
some meat and
right.
potatoes on that one.
All right. All right. Well, I need you to put one up for me then.
All right then. All right. Well, definitely call us back.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's toast to a drink, gentlemen.
Thank you.
yeah.
Cheers.
There was no blowing smoke. Pure intellectual enlightenment
Very nice. Very nice.
with a
very
hyphen
nice.
or exclamation point.
Exclamation.
Well, the
My
phone,
apologies.
as you could tell, this is one of those kind of conversations that women do have. They actually have a conversation
Oh, yeah.
amongst themselves,
Yeah.
and then they do talk to their male mates about it too.
All right. Did we have a second call? I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. Someone else was calling in.
Yep. Somebody was calling in and everything else. So we'll probably get another call and just please call us again and everything else. And we apologize, but definitely keep trying.
Absolutely.
It's one of these kind of conversations that, you know, we all know takes place at every beauty shop, every barber shop, every locker room. There we go.
All right. We do have a second caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, this is Shar. I'm one of the fellow podcasters on WJZZ. I do Unique Truth on Wednesdays at noon.
Hi,
Guys
Shar.
does not know.
Hello there.
If I love him, it's good. We can make it work. Okay.
All right.
Absolutely.
So I mean, stop worrying about that, y'all. Size does not matter. If it's intimacy is there and we have a connection, the rest will work itself out.
okay.
Okay.
like
Okay.
that.
See,
Yes.
I see.
well,
Okay. See now. All right. Now.
I got to push back.
Okay. There we go. If
I
you
gotta-
wasn't, I was.
I got to push back. You know, the size does not matter. That's just really beautiful. But do you think that the brother needs to at least come with minimal equipment?
You know what? A personal experience. I had a guy one time. He was not very large, but I loved him. So every time that we did what we did, I was completely satisfied, and I wanted him all the time. So it didn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
He was not that well. He was not very well endowed. So
Whoa. He was able to make it work. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
He knew how to put the work in.
Yes.
He put the work in.
I think
All
we
right.
need to lift the glass.
And cheers to you and thank you again.
We getting drunk as hell tonight. Jason.
so if somebody's worrying about that, if they're worrying about size, if she loves him, it'll be okay. Okay?
I agree.
Yep.
I agree
I agree.
with you. Here.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
You do the same.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You know, my father would always make these jokes. He would, whenever he go to the bathroom, he said, "God damn it, I gotta let that water down in the toilet." Balls keep hitting it.
You know, as men, we all do joke about our size. And then, you know, even in the locker rooms, we would do the same thing to one another and everything else. You know, like a brother would tell you, he's like, "Yo, man, I'm going to go ahead and take it, you know, go drain the main vein." And he's like, "Okay, here, take the tweezers with you."
Right.
You know, so
A little fell out.
you know, stop letting him get in all that darkness. You know, so I mean, we do the same thing. You know, we'll rag on one another about the same thing because
Right.
we do feel that it's part of who we are as men.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, it is just what, you know, and I've met too many men that don't feel that way. They just feel that if they're not well endowed,
Right.
you know, then they're insecurities. You know.
So let me ask you this question: why? I agree totally with what you just said.
Right.
Why are we so bent upon size?
Well, okay, I'm gonna let you hit it. Go ahead.
Well, you know, again, how do we grow up? Traditionally, the man has to dominate. The man has to have these attributes. in order to become a man, you got to be bigger, better, badder, especially if you look like us. You know?
And we don't want to get into the whole thing about our culture and our color and everything else, guys. We done heard black man is supposed to be all that in a fat bag of chips and everything else. But
I think that's called propaganda.
Yeah, it's just in our minds too. Yeah, but let's be realistic, and we done heard this too on both sides of the fence, where the size kind of it's like, well, it indicates power. That if this cat is all that in the fat bag of chips and everything else, he's powerful. It's a virile thing. That kind of thing. And it ain't even it's not even a matter. Oh, he can have kids. Okay, it's not even that. Okay,
that's the easy part.
But it's a concrete thing. Oh, we got another caller.
We have a caller.
All right.
Hello.
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 Hi,
I
caller.
I won't say my name, but I do have a comment. I think that that old saying that is not the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean,
Okay.
I think that it matters in some respects. I agree with the one caller who said that, depending upon the relationship, that sometimes, you can overlook it, but it just depends because, intimacy is very important, and intimacy is not just sex, but it also depends on if the guy is listening as well. So say, for example, you're accustomed to something that you like, and everyone sometimes have their sexual preference, and you're not really getting satisfied physically, but the person is trying, then I think that makes a big difference. And it does make a difference if you really, really love the person. Sometimes you can say, hey, I'm not even really thinking about that, as long as they're trying, you know what I'm saying? And all of that. But I think
so I'm just going, I'm going to go, and I got to ask, okay, so is that, the female pitying the cat?
Or giving any pointers.
Because the way it sounds to me is like you're pitying this cat.
I'll even go to, maybe she's like, hey, put a pillow under me or something. Do something more.
Try a little harder, You're getting coached.
Right, you guys are hilarious. You know what? To me, in my opinion, I think that it just depends on the nature of the relationship. The different body, different females. I think the first caller was saying different females, like different things, they're different sizes and shapes.
True.
So it just depends. But, if you have someone that is just casual, then if their mindset is that I'm just really in it for that, then probably would be the quality and the size and all that. If you're in a personal relationship, it just depends. And sex means more to some people than others. Love making versus sex. Sometimes you want it, hard and rough, and hey, I want like flip me upside down. I want that manliness. Like, give me that strength. Like, woo. No, but and then sometimes you want the gentle.
I got a
sometimes
toast
you
to
want
that one.
You know what? You get a toast on that one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we like that caveman, but then we also like to, okay, calm down when you need to. Okay, y'all have a good one.
You do the same. Thank you.
Okay, so let's get serious here for a moment.
All right.
What is, other than
We were tonight. We're going to get serious tonight. Okay, all right. My bad. I'm sorry. All right.
We're not totally serious, just serious enough.
Okay.
All right, so what is the purpose other than procreation? What's the purpose of sex?
Well,
good question.
What is the purpose of sex?
Well, seeing how we enjoy it more so than, as human beings, other than procreation, like other primates and what have you, we are one of the few that enjoy it.
Okay.
Yes.
It's natural. It's natural to enjoy it.
Yep.
So as the man, what is our goal? What is our, is it, okay, you know what, I'm not going to make it too technical.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm assuming our goal, not only to enjoy it for ourselves, but to satisfy our significant other. Can we agree on that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Does that include bringing her to orgasm?
Oh yeah, you got
Oh
to
yeah.
do that.
Oh my God. Let's. We don't even want to. That's another hour show, bro.
Yeah,
That's
right,
another hour show.
Okay,
but that is part of the whole thing.
Now,
Yes.
I will say this. This might be news, but, and I've read it, I've talked about it, I've discussed it, but most women do not have orgasms through penetration.
True.
I've
Most.
heard about that.
Now, if you got a brother that can bring you there, then you better put a handcuffs on him and never let him go. Okay? Okay? Now, bringing a woman to orgasm requires several things. And, you know, the more, how should I say, cosmopolitan the man is, the more successful he's going to be to bring
Well,
that
you know,
woman
it
to
also
orgasm.
requires that the stars must be in perfect alignment,
Of
too.
course, absolutely.
You know, if the stars are not in perfect alignment and then the Jupiter has not really faded into retrograde, okay, I'm just bullshitting.
Well, you know you're doing good if she get up and make you grits.
okay.
Hey, especially if she don't know how to cook.
Yes.
It had to be grits.
So would you say that? Okay. So would you say that the goal, either consciously or subconsciously, for the man is to bring her to orgasm? And if so, do you think the size is a concerning factor? You know what? Let me.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, if that is in fact the case, if giving her satisfaction, well, let's think about it. Two things guys always want. You want that return.
Yep.
You want that return invite.
Yep.
You don't want to say, well, you know, well, see ya, James. And in order to get that, you have to satisfy them.
You
So
got
it's
to.
more of an egocentric thing on our end as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And then you got to think about it and everything else.
I want grits in the morning.
Yeah, well, for us, it's a badge of honor.
Right.
It's a badge of honor. I mean, let's
true.
call a spade a
That's
spade.
true.
It's a badge of honor.
That's
You
true.
know, okay, yeah, you got yours and everything else, but you were actually successful in helping her get hers.
Yeah.
You know, so if you get to that point, oh boy,
Oh, yeah?
you know, you get grits with eggs and cheese.
And cheese on them, Jack.
All right.
You want to
So it sounds like what I'm hearing here at Puffin Drinks that size, it may have some measure of importance, but it's not the end all to be all.
Absolutely.
Because that
Absolutely.
dog, I mean, you could be slinging and still, I mean, if you're putting pain on her or into her, you've defeated the purpose anyway, unless you're a selfish son of a
And
bitch.
it's no longer intimate at that point
Exactly.
and everything else, and then you know
Brutality.
exactly, you know, and that's not intimacy or anything like that. And then you got some cats that don't know what intimacy is.
Good point.
That's very true.
You know, and we know that, you know, even at our ripe young age and everything else, we know cats that don't know what intimacy is, you know, and they'll talk about their prowess, you know, the what they can do and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, they don't know what intimacy is, you know.
And I would imagine those are the guys that are done in 3 minutes instead of 10 minutes.
Well, you know, like what Bernie Mac said, you know, it's like a heavyweight fight. You got 3 minutes. You got the best 3 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's all they're interested in.
Okay.
You know?
All right, it is 6:28. We're going to do our next station ID. It is, man, I just said the time. Duh. All right. You're watching Puffin Drinks on Wjzz Cool TV Live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. We want you to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I said it slower this time because I kind of sped through the first one. Once again, callers, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to step up to the plate, please give us a call at 313.
Yeah, if there's any brothers out there, any men out there that want to give us a call, give us a call.
Yeah, 313-355-6018. I shared.
I did too. I mean,
We want y'all to share.
And,
Exactly.
And do understand, guys, you know, and this is for the fellas, You know, we're not trying to rip on anybody. We're also trying to, get guys to actually take and come out their comfort zone too.
Right.
You know, and trust us, we know we talk about all this other crazy shit at the barbershop. Yeah, oh boy, do we ever. Yep. So, I mean, if come on out your comfort zone and everything else. But you know what, guys? I think we really need to get to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes. I agree.
I think we need to talk about the Cheesecake Factory. And we definitely want y'all to call in on that.
Oh, yeah.
But we got a few things we want to throw at y'all for the Cheesecake Factory.
Absolutely.
All right. So now, at this point in time, I'm sure
we got a caller. All right. Let's call her.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a comment. I have a comment and then I have a question.
Okay.
So the comment is, I think that the guys sometimes take. I don't want to say you take too much responsibility, but a woman needs to know how to orgasm. She needs to be able to.
Interesting.
She has to know what she needs, and then she needs to be able to get it. Because for a woman, the orgasm really starts in her head, and then it moves into other areas. So I think the guy is not 100% the guy's responsibility to bring her to orgasm. I think that's the dude's ego trying to, get in there.
Yeah.
And then my other comment is, you guys talk about the guys with the small ones, but what about the guys with the big ones? Because, there's some brothers out there that's just too big.
Okay.
You do understand that there's no such thing, right?
Okay. No. Look, trust me, first-hand experience. There is a such thing.
Okay. All right, then.
And we would like to give you a toast here at Puff and Drinks.
Yes. Puff and Drinks, and you did not come blowing smoke.
Yes.
No, you did.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
What's your question?
My question is, do you, as a man, do you see the woman's engagement in the process? Like, what percentage would you say of her engagement and skill is connected to the orgasm versus your engagement and skill?
Ooh, good question.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, caller. Let us get that question answered for you and everything else, because we want to get on to the Cheesecake Factory and then get some other calls in too. But
thank you. Bye-bye.
So, Dennis, you want to lead us off on our question? And thank you for calling.
Absolutely.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely, brother.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question, though.
Okay, the question was, once again, at what level of skill does the woman have?
Mm-hmm. That brings to the table to bring herself, to get to them.
I mean, yeah, she's
basically, when you're in the midst of it, I mean, you could tell if she's enjoying it or not.
Yes, true. That's true. Yep.
I mean, so naturally, you're gonna try and, hey, honey, you need me to do this more? You
get the subtle cues.
Exactly.
You get the cues, and then like one of the callers came in, that called in. She said, sometimes you have to help the guy,
right?
You got to coach him out a little bit and everything else, because he's almost there, but he ain't quite there yet.
Exactly.
He's trying to, he's that guy that's looking for the remote and can't seem to find it.
So if I understood the caller, okay, a woman definitely has to have knowledge of her body.
Absolutely.
She has to have knowledge of what she wants and what she needs. And she also has to have, and you know what, I mean, we're talking an 18-year-old girl. No, she's barely stepping off of first base. Okay, right. Opposed to a woman, an experienced woman. Excuse me. I mean, she has to have knowledge. She has to know what she wants. She has to know how to control her body, how to move her body. Okay, how to adjust to the body. Because someone told me, man, I hate. Oh, I'm getting nervous here. Wow. Let's just say that the woman's body adjusts to the man's body. I'll leave it at that. Okay. So yeah, definitely a woman. I mean, if she's in a relationship that she enjoys, that she loves, that she needs, she's going to make every effort to be a willing participant.
Absolutely, I agree.
So there you go. If I understood what she said, and I think I understood what she said.
And you got a lot of women out there who, they let's be realistic. They've found what actually makes them tick.
Bingo.
Literally,
Yeah.
they know what makes them tick and everything else, whether they're with you or not. So, but they do know that when they are with you and everything else, that there are certain things that if you're in touch with them, you've had maybe a few conversations or anything like that, or you picked up the cues, you know.
Yeah,
you automatically know,
Right.
you know. And then in some instances with that, you know, with that particular woman, you really don't have to put a lot of the hard work in because it'll be mutual.
Right.
Absolutely.
There we go.
So I think we've concluded that size, it matters, but
To a degree.
to a degree.
It's the intimacy.
To a degree. Brothers, you don't have to be swinging.
No.
Okay?
You know, you just need to be able to actually be in tune with your partner.
Yeah.
Be in tune with your partner.
Absolutely.
Be in tune.
You do have to have minimal equipment. Is that a fair thing to say?
I mean, if you bring a pair of tweezers, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem, bro.
You gotta have minimal equipment. I'm sorry. You gotta bring something to the table other than
You got to
a
get off the
smile.
training wheel.
You gotta- All right, y'all. Y'all know we clowning tonight. We clowning tonight. All right.
All right, so cheesecake.
Tell me about the cheesecake.
All right. So, like I said, I'm sure by now everybody has seen the seen the train wreck of a date.
Yes.
Where the guy was taking a lovely young lady out, and I gotta admit, when you first saw her, I was like, wow, she's very attractive. But the more she got to talking, the less attractive she got because of the attitude. of the
Absolutely.
meeting. There was a potential restaurant that was very distinguished that he was initially going to take her to, but with her getting ready, her being as vain as she took over an hour, so he had to make reservations elsewhere, and pretty much the date went downhill rapidly from there.
Wow.
Now, what we want to find out, especially on a first date, and I'm not even going to put as much pressure on that. Do you think that she acted very immature, entitled, just
All the above.
overbearing, especially on a first date?
When we do when you guys call in and everything else, because when I saw the video and everything else, I know that there are people like that are out there,
Right?
Where no matter what you do, you're going to have to do it to a level that you may not afford. You can afford. And from my vantage point and seeing the guy and everything else, and then him taking her to the Cheesecake Factory and everything else, that was his second option.
Right.
But we don't know what his first option was supposed to be, but she was late to the date.
Right. Well, no, he told her we had reservations.
See?
It was an establishment on the same,
Like
par
a
as
Chez
Morton.
Raphael.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So he was taking her to a 5-star. I mentioned it.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, he was going to do that. But apparently that wasn't good enough.
Well, it was good enough when she wanted to go.
Oh.
Because you remember when she refused to get out of his vehicle.
Yeah. She clowned him.
Yeah.
She clowned him.
So you mean to tell me we can't go over to such and such? Well, we had reservations, but you fucked it up.
There you go. I mean, that's how that works. And see, I think with that, it was the first date.
Yeah.
You're trying to get to know the person. They're trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
You had some phone conversations, all these things back and forth. He did already have plans for a 5-star, and then you decided that I guess it wasn't more important to get there on time.
Exactly. And you're gonna publicize the entire date.
You put it online.
Right, you're more interested in filming yourself.
What's her name? Karen?
No, it might as well, man.
Right?
Okay. Now I
Karanisha.
I have not seen this video, but I gotta ask: was she black? Was she white?
She was black. She was black.
Okay,
Yep.
so-
Now the gentleman.
So we
he
have
was
black
Indian.
Karens in the world. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, absolutely.
A black Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Black Karen.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And the gentleman, Arabic descent.
Yeah, roughly.
Egyptian, Arabic descent. Which, I got to be honest, he handled that a lot better than most of us would have.
Yeah.
He ended up taking her home. But let's be honest.
But they didn't go into the Cheesecake Factory, but he just dropped her off at the house and everything else.
Bounce.
You know.
And then to make it even more ironic, she knew how much of a fool she made out of herself. So somehow they had a mediator come back. And, she then changed her story because of all of the, negative publicity she was getting and twisted it around and say, I just wanted to show that women could be more empowered and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Well, you do understand that nobody watches anything on the internet, right? I guess that's what she thought.
Yeah, well,
nobody watches anything on the internet. Nobody's
not.
ever seen anything on the internet. Okay. That young lady, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, she was a young woman, but she didn't appear to be,
a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
She was on par with the oyster girl.
And people and family. Let us not stand on ceremony about the young lady in Savannah that decided that it was appropriate to sit there and suck down 48 oysters.
Another black Karen.
Yeah, and of course she filmed the whole thing.
Right.
And she thought that it was appropriate to sit there and then, okay, it's your date. It's a date you're going on, and you're both trying to get to know each other. At some point, you probably want to actually keep some things in reserve. I'm quite sure. And he left her. He didn't pay. But
yeah. You know what? I think we need to talk.
You're right. On that, man.
Yeah. I only saw a small portion in that video. It doesn't matter to me if he was black, white, Chaldean, Jewish, brother, and your brother here puffing drinks. In our eyes, you did the right thing.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
It was clear that her whole mindset was geared on something else. She thought it was funny, and she actually thought it was cute, which I'm
not understanding.
On what planet?
Girl, table manners was atrocious.
And for her to sit there, okay, all right. I've seen people eat a dozen oysters. No biggie. Yeah. Whatever. It's a dozen
but
oysters.
Not 48 of them.
But she sat there and ate 48 oysters back to back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, family. If we got any callers out there, if y'all disagree with us, then feel free to call in. Please do.
Yeah.
But that one was a little bit disturbing because I'm a man, and even when I did eat shellfish, I never in the hell ate 48 oysters at one shot.
No.
I never ate 48 or anything.
Exactly. And then not only did she do that, she sprinkled them down with Louisiana's finest.
Right.
She and then just gulped down 48 non-stop and filmed the whole thing.
You know why my man left it? She probably started blowing it out. That's a problem. Now, I'm sorry. I'm not a doctor or whatever, but if you eat 48 or anything, something's going to happen and it ain't going to be positive.
Yeah. I don't think at that point she gave a damn one way or another anyway. But I'm trying to understand that whole dating thing. And then, just to drift back to the Cheesecake Factory, we've all been on our first dates.
Exactly.
We've all been on those first dates, and your first date always is a get to know you. You didn't already have the phone calls.
Right.
You didn't, bloody blue all up and down. I can't wait to talk to you. Yeah, me too. I can't wait. You did all that stuff. Then you get together and everything else. You're probably still a little nervous, the whole 9 yards, and then for her to sit in that man's car
and not get out of his car,
and to ridicule the fact that he could have been even the guy that said, okay, we're rolling over to White Castles.
Yeah. Well, the mindset that she came off was like he took her to White Castle.
Exactly.
Right. I got dressed up to go to White Castle.
Well, but you were an hour late. We blew our reservations.
Yeah.
I was prepared to take you to, Chez Raphael's, but you chose to go a different route.
Right.
So, okay, what we supposed to do now?
Yeah.
Now I'm taking you somewhere, so I want to continue the date. I still want to get to know you, but she decided, okay, well,
I'm too good for you.
I don't know that. And
how dare you take someone out that looks like this to there?
And okay, brothers, if you're out there and you know, please call us and everything else, and you know, and ladies, give us a call. Let us know if what she did was okay or not.
It was not.
You know, and then from my vantage point, and Dennis, I agree with you 100%, and Rodney, I do too. It was not okay.
No.
You know, and again, it could have been a situation where he just said, "Okay, we missed our reservation." He took her home. He tried. He continued to try,
and he was a gentleman with it.
Oh my God. You know, even when she did the Facebook Live and blew the man out online, you know, trying to embarrass him and everything else. Because whether she tried to embarrass him or not, she did.
She did.
You know, and I don't know. I don't get that. But, you know, this is the world we're living in now, I guess. And everybody seems to think that they can just pull up and film someone and without their, you know, consent or whatever. And we don't know if he even consented to it and everything else. But the way he looked, it was like, what are you doing?
Right.
You know,
I mean, we're going on a date and you playing on your phone. You know,
and she said it was okay.
Yeah.
She was okay, you know, and she thought that okay, and then she's like, you know, well, you know, well, I'm supposed to go to a better restaurant than this, you know, and
skank,
and see, you know. You don't want to actually get to the point where, you know, and see, I'm with you on that. She is. That, to me, I thought that was a loser move.
Yeah, it was.
That was a loser move. You know, there are a lot of young ladies and women out there who want to go on a date with somebody who gave a damn about them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
All right, we need to do our last station ID. You are listening to Puffin Drinks on Wjzz Cool TV. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. We want you to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. We got about maybe 4 minutes. You know what? Well, to the Karens of the world, you're blowing smoke.
Blowing major smoke.
Blowing major smoke. Major smoke. My question is this: like I said, I only saw bits and pieces of both videos. I mean, maybe you guys could tell me, were they career women? Did they work at Macy's on the weekend? Or
the oyster girl? The oyster girl was probably a dancer on B night.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, and then she had just got elevated to B night. Okay. You know, right.
Now the other one, she was educated.
Okay,
but she was full of herself.
Yeah. Right. You could tell that, you know, she had some college or maybe even beyond that a little bit and everything. And she was very articulate. She was.
So she was a customer service representative, right?
I don't know about all that. No, she worked at the DMV.
All right.
She works at the DMV and everything else.
Well,
can I help you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is an interesting one, but no, you know, I was about to say brothers, men. You know what? We're all brothers. I don't give a crap what, you know, race you are, what religion. Right. As far as I'm concerned, we're brothers. I don't want it to be men versus women. I don't want it to be like that.
No.
But a lot of women were. It was complete.
And that's my point exactly.
Women completely hated that.
Oh, really?
Shit. Yes.
Okay, cool.
A lot of women were very upset about it because...
ladies, you get a personal toast from us.
Cheers.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, brothers, when you meet a woman, you know, what can I say? Take your time, get to know them, really get to know them.
Yes.
It is customary. It is customary that on the first date, we pay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe the second date, maybe even the third, but you know, if you're making it to date number 4, you're hoping for some reciprocity.
Well,
is that
if
a
I'm
good
asking you out, I'm paying.
Absolutely. And even to this day, that's how that always actually works and everything else. My wife will tell you the same thing. If we're going out on a date and everything else, that's exactly the way I do it.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and then even when we were dating, that's how I did it. If we're going out, I've asked you out, I got you. Yeah. And then if it was reverse where she's like, okay, I'm gonna take Jimmy out and everything else, so she take Jimmy out, she took care of everything. That's how that worked.
That's a woman.
You know,
that's a woman.
You know, and he didn't ask her for anything. This was not a half season.
No. I mean, again, he was a complete gentleman.
He didn't even monkey her over or clown her when she took and threw him on live.
All right.
You know, that one was rough, but
All right.
you know.
Well, I believe we're about out of time.
It's been a great show, y'all.
Yeah,
Hey.
man, this was a good one.
I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
You know, man, what else can I say? When I do this, that means I'm talking. hey,
We got Dennis tongue-tied, y'all.
yeah, tongue tied. Sometimes I talk too fast, but I'm working on it, y'all. But hey, this was a great one. Once again, this is Puffin Drinks. We have myself, Dennis Cotton. We have
Jimmy Jefferson.
and
Rodney Q Love.
if you have anything you'd like to share with us, please email us at puffindrinks@gmail.com. And once again, this is Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. And I think we are out of time. We will be here next week.
Absolutely.